exposed 47 pump action rifles discovered in the office of Obasa'S CSO, her Chief Security Officer. Can you imagine? In the house of Obasa'S CSO. What is he doing with it? Is he now an arms dealer? Hey, now wow. Operatives of the Department of State Services DSS have seized a cache of pump action rifles in the office of the Chief Security Officer to Mudashiru Obasa, okay, the ousted Speaker of the House of Assembly. Credible sources have informed the cable. Can you imagine? So what we're seeing now is that the Obasa'S CSO right there in the office keeps a cache of arms, 47. What is he doing with it? What are they doing with all of this? Now, wow, I'm sure DSS must have, no wonder Miranda is saying that DSS are deviated from the original plan. The original plan was just to take over the complex and maintain peace and screen everybody coming in or going out. But now they went to raid the complex. They must always go beyond their boundaries. But what will the CSO be doing with 47 rifles right in the office? For what? So the pump action rifles were discovered during a routine sweeping exercise. A member of the assembly said, adding that live cartridges were also found. Can you imagine? So the cable has contacted Obasa for his reaction. However, an associate of the former speaker has told the cable that it is a smear campaign to prevent Obasa from returning to his office. Not be that one now. Why is it a smear campaign? They know, even all the assembly members are aware that that kind of thing is there. They are just revealing it to finish him finally, to show that he's a violent person and they don't want him anymore. I'm sure. Because before the DSS went there, they say it's a normal routine sweeping exercise. Which sweeping exercise? They went there to raid and they saw it. They would say sweeping exercise, so it would look like there was no pointer. There must have been a pointer to that. I'm telling you, the DSS must have been pointed to that. Now, wow. So Obasa is insisting that his removal as speaker was illegal and that he remains the state's number 3 citizen. Okay, we hear you. Assembly officials discovered a stack of arms neatly kept somewhere in the speaker's CSO's office, another source said. So they immediately alerted the DSS, who in turn sent in their men to take inventory of the arms and also take them into custody ahead of investigation. So there are various theories around the huge find, including insinuations of arms dealings because of the size of the inventory. Exactly. That guy must have been selling arms to people using the connection within the police, because there's no way the Lagos State Commissioner of Police will say they are not aware of those ammunitions or that they were this smuggled into the office. Who is licensing them for people? And a lot of the assembly members have all these guns. And they quickly pointed that in ourselves, because the way the things are escalating, one day they will use those arms against themselves. So the best thing is to expose it and remove it quickly. I'm sure that was a very proactive step that they just took to still keep the place safe for them. So there are various theories around the huge find, including insinuations of arms dealing because of the size of the inventory. A member said Obasa is desperate to return to his office at the assembly, so in order to tidy things up. Of course, no wonder he said he must come back, Maybe he wants to tidy up some loose ends, including the cache of arms in his office or in his CSO's office, to make sure that he takes care of so many things, so that then if he's going, he will go. But it's not working out for him. So the new and responsible assembly leadership has played its part in all of this. The rest is left for the DSS and other relevant authorities to also play theirs. If this is swept under the carpet, then Lagos and Nigeria will see where all of this is coming from, he said. Of course. So when we tell the public that the assembly has had enough of Obasa, people don't really have a grasp of that message. I'm telling you, for being a speaker for 3 consecutive assemblies, and so he sees himself like a small god in that place. No wonder he doesn't want to do anything less than being an assembly speaker and a number 3 citizen of the state. And no wonder he's also trying to disrespect the governor, saying he himself is also qualified and fit to be governor, which nobody is arguing. But why will you do it in a grandstanding style? That is the problem. And that is why they are saying, I think one Hassan is saying, that even if Tinubu intervene, that Tinubu cannot even bring Obasa back because Obasa's grandstanding is becoming very unbearable in the assembly. Very bad. So we are even more convinced that our leader, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is not in the support of his excesses and his resolve to undermine democracy in the state. But we want the public to see this and understand what we are dealing with as a body. Wow, these are assembly people speaking. A very reliable source from the State House of Assembly. So the way it is now, Obasa is gone and gone forever. Nothing is going to bring him back. Nothing is obviously going to bring him back. For them to see catch of arms in the office, the question is he dealing with arms? Is he selling arms? Is this licensed to deal with arms? What is that doing in the CSO's office? Because the CSO cannot keep that kind of knowledge of Obasa. That is the truth. Maybe Obasa didn't want to keep that in his own office, but the CSO, who is in charge of all security apparatus for the speaker, will keep everything that belongs to the speaker and well kept, I'm sure. So with what is happening now, I'm sure all of them have been locked out and they can't have access to those offices. That is why they haven't been tidied up. And I'm telling you that some members of the assembly are aware of that. That is why they decided to take a very calculated step to expose it and then take all the cash out. With what we're saying now, Obasa is also going to be investigated. His CSO is also going to be investigated. They're going to be investigated. They are going to explain how they got that catch of arms, what they're doing with it, who licensed it for them, and what is it intended for. Exactly. So a very serious investigation is going to come. How long have they been doing this? Who have they sold arms to? These are probably some of the things they use during the election. After election, they try to retrieve some of them and keep and prepare for another election. No wonder election in Lagos has been more violent than any other state in the country. These are the things they do. They just keep all those guns with the CSO so that it can be accounted for, and they will make sure that it's part of the weapons for elections. When election is coming, they will roll them out. They give them to key persons, register them. After using it, after the election, they will get them back and keep back again. That is what they do. Hi. Oh, wow. Nigerians cannot see why elections in Lagos is very, very tough and very, very violent all the time. Always looking for a way to, to grab it, snatch it, and run with it in Lagos. Quite unfortunate. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment over the discovery in Obasa CSO's office.